Hi guys, it's ALCHEMY. How is everyone doing? Good. I hope. It's time for another smelly mail parcels, things I received recently, things I bought recently, things that have entered my life recently video. It's basically just perfume stuff. People like looking at bottles and stuff. I know I do, so let's do it. All right, there was some amount of things came recently, and the thing I'm going to start with is something that I should have put in my previous video like this, but because I'm a dummy and I had the sample in my to wear pouch, I totally forgot. And I'm doing this in support of a fellow fragrance YouTuber. There is a guy called Scott and he is called the Scenturion. I'm always envious of these YouTubers that have really quirky, cool names related to fragrance, and I look at mine and go, what were you thinking? It's too late to change now. Anyway, he's released a new fragrance. I will link his Etsy shop below. Here's my sample of it anyway. It's called Legio X, and he sells it on his Etsy shop. It's a really nice, I've got it on my hand right now. It's a really nice aromatic fragrance that has quite a pronounced tomato leaf note. So tomato leaf is kind of underused, I think. It's such a pleasant note in perfume. So it's bright, vibrant, really woody aromatic perfume with, yeah, quite a lot of leafiness going on. So if you want to get a sample of that or go and check him out, his name is Scott and he's from the Scenturion. Well done, Scott. Fragrance reviewers are releasing their own fragrances now. If the beauty guys can do it, why can't we, huh? Okay, the next thing that I got, I actually bought from somebody on a fragrance group on Facebook. She was selling it and it's my favorite fragrance from Tom Ford. I have 2 bottles already, but I wanted to get a third backup. I've nearly finished one of them. So it is this white patchouli. This is in my top 10 fragrances ever. Every time I smell this, I just say, yeah, I know why I love you so much. So she was selling this for a really good price. And yeah, as I said, half of mine main one is gone and I've got a 50ml backup, so now I have another one and I will always want more of this perfume. It is my favorite Tom Ford, so I got myself that one. It's obviously patchouli, but to me it doesn't really feel like a patchouli that much. There's so many other things happening in there. There's so much spice and loads of white florals that are really scratchy. It does have a weird opening. It kind of smells like paint a little bit when you first put it on, which is really off-putting, I can imagine, but when it dries, oh, it's really good. So yeah, I got myself that one. Then the fairy godmother strikes again. I don't know if any of you guys know, but I am friends with a really lovely lady who often gifts me perfume. I mean, I gift her perfume too sometimes, but she gifts me quite a few perfumes when she's having a cull. So she sent me a bunch of stuff recently, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 perfumes, so I will show you them. Also, I'm gonna meet her soon, so I'm really excited to meet her next on Saturday, actually. The first one she sent me was Stash. I actually recently reviewed this fragrance and really liked it. So she said that she was getting rid of hers and would I like it, so I said yes. I think this is such a great celebrity fragrance. It's an all-out, no-holds-barred woody perfume. I love that it's marketed towards women, but it feels traditionally what a masculine perfume would be. It's a bunch of cedarwood, bunch of sandalwood. It feels like 10 different woods. It's a little bit smoky as well. Reviewers always do this. We sniff it to get a waft, and then we put the lid back on to talk about it, and then we realize I want to sniff it again. There's a lot of lid on and offing in our videos. Apologies about that. So yeah, she sent me Stash and yeah, I really like this. It's great. She also sent me this, which is called Wedding Bouquet and it's by Floris London. There you go, can you see that a little bit better? This one was made to celebrate the wedding of Kate and Will. Here's the bottle. And this one is, I'm still getting used to it. I'm still trying to kind of figure this one out. It's a very watery, green, subtle floral. It's very subdued. It's not loud like some of the florals I've tried from Floris before. It's kind of neroli, a little bit stemmy, a little bit, well not, it's actually quite a lot citrusy as well. So it's a very citrusy, light floral that is, to me, it's like a no perfume So when you wear it, you will be aware that you're wearing a fragrance, but it's not projecting out. It's just, oh, you smell of something nice. And that's how I feel about it right now, but I need to wear it a bit more before I make an informed decision. So yeah, that one, Wedding Bouquet by Floris. The next one, I can't tell if it's vintage or not, but I need to ask her actually. I will ask her. And it's the Dinky Obsession by Calvin Klein. I feel like it's a vintage, and the reason I feel like it's a vintage is because of this, because of the way the sprayer looks, and it's really, really dark for such a small bottle. I don't know, I know Obsession is a dark perfume anyway, but it feels like the vintage to me, which is cool. This reminds me of an old flatmate of mine, Tiffany, who used to wear this all the time. When I smelled this, I immediately went back to the days of living in a previous house of mine. So that was really cool. So Obsession, I mean, it's, if you know it, you know it. It's quite a popular, spicy perfume, really spicy actually. Here goes the lid, on and off. Yeah, it's kind of, to me, it's like a more modern version of Youth Dew by Estee Lauder. It's not quite as difficult to like as that, so that's Obsession. The next one is this one, and it's Stella. It's the Eau de Toilette version of Stella. She said that it was Stella Nude, but then when I looked it up, I thought, oh, it doesn't look like the nude bottle. So this is the Eau de Toilette version of Stella, and I was really nervous to smell this perfume. I was really, really nervous to try it, because Stella was my signature for quite a few years, and I avoided smelling the new formulation because I was scared that it was going to be ruined forever in my mind. And this one opens beautifully. It opens very much like Stella, of course. The dry down though, it goes to it goes to a place that I'm not too fond of. It goes way too sweet. It doesn't really feel like Stella anymore. It's much more ambery than the original. And the original formula of Stella was just so exquisitely elegant. It was just, oh, just a beautiful icy rose peony. It's one of the nicest rose perfumes, I think. I haven't smelled the new formula. I'm scared. And this one starts out good, but then it becomes buttery, and it's not, yeah, I'm grateful to receive it. So thank you so much, Margie, of course, but this one, I don't know. The next thing she sent me was Pleats Please by Issey Miyake. This crazy looking bottle. It's just, there's no rhyme or reason to the shape of this bottle. It's just, it's very sparkly, which I really like. But yeah, this is a peony perfume. I'm gonna spray it on this side. I'm gonna have things all over me. I've already got a fragrance on today. This has got a bit of fizz going on. I've never tried this, but I like peony in perfume. I'm always interested to see what it's going to smell like, because it's never real. It's always going to be the perfumer's interpretation. So you can get really sweet peony perfumes. I do have one that is very, very nice. It's by Pierre Guillaume. This one is fruity, fizzy and peony, and it does kind of smell like a lot of pink things out there, but it's just a bit more interesting than those. It smells like it's got mango or like a passion fruit type note in there among these pink fizzy florals, and it's really, really pleasant. I need to get more acquainted with this one. These are things that came recently, so yeah, still getting to know them. And the last one she sent me was this. This is actually my favorite thing that she sent me that I hadn't tried before. I had tried Stash before, I've tried Obsession before, but I've never tried this. It's Donna Karan's DKNY, it's called My DKNY. This I really like, and I was really surprised actually, because, you know, pink perfume, is it going to be like a lot of others? And the reason I like it is it's a chypre actually. It has a chypre quality to it. Yes, it smells pink. Yes, it smells a bit fruity. But when I've worn this, there is a chypre feeling going on, and I like modern chypres. So this one was my favorite, unsuspectingly, out of nowhere. Yeah. I really like this one. I'm gonna wear this one very soon more. Both times that I've tried it on my skin, I've thought, oh, what's that nice waft? And it's been this one. So, all right, the next stuff. There is a perfumer that I talk about all the time on my channel. His name is Prin Lomros, and he has 3 lines of fragrances. I have met him a few times. He's a very cool guy. He's made stuff for Zoologist. He made he didn't make Chipmunk. He made Sloth, bat and rhino for zoologists. His own stuff is very, very good as well. I will link his website below. It's just prinlomros.com and you can explore all of his lines. I haven't spoken to him for a year. I don't know, he's probably busy. It's all of the craziness of the world. But he randomly messaged me out of the blue and said, hey, you know, sorry I haven't been in touch. Give me your address again. I want to send you some stuff. And when it came, my jaw fell onto the floor. So first of all, he sent me a bottle of what has now become my favorite perfume by him from his Strangers Parfumery line. He has 3 lines, like I said. And it's called Assorta Fairy Tale in Hyde Park. The first time I tried this, I immediately fell in love with it. And I told him that, I said, Assorta Fairy Tale in Hyde Park is really my jam. So he sent me a bottle. His bottles are usually 30 mils. Pretty much all of his perfumes are 30 mils. And this makes me so happy. There's something about this that really hits the spot for me. It smells like linden blossom, even though it's not listed. It's a very springtime, gorgeous floral, and it's his impression of Hyde Park when he went there for the first time. The great thing about Prin and his perfumes, he doesn't come from a classically French trained background. He doesn't make perfume in a French style. He's from Thailand, so he has an entirely different view of perfume. And his Strangers line are his kind of ready to wear line. This one's gorgeous. Let me read you the notes. So it's peach, orris, narcissus, vanilla, apple blossom, pear, broom, mimosa, honey, muguet, heather, musk, and mandarin. And it's just, I've worn this a few times and every time I get a feeling of joy. So I already want another one of these. I'm going to use this 30 ml so quickly. Maybe not so much now that we're going into autumn, winter, but oh God, I wore this on a really sunny day recently and yeah, I love it so much. So that's the bottle that he sent me. But then he sent me 10 ml decants, or 10 ml samples, shall we say, of pretty much everything that he's released in the last year that I haven't tried. And it's a lot. So he sent me all of these 10 mils of his Strangers line. These are all new things. Some of these are shop exclusives in certain places, ones in America and things. There's also a 10 mil of Fairy Tale in Hyde Park in here, so I've been using that first. Some of these I've tried, some I haven't. I'll tell you the ones I have tried. So we've got Summer Peaches by the Tea Room, not tried. Chocodee. That one is based on some kind of Thai food, I think. It's got a ricey note. There's Roasted Coffee, Cigarette Whiskey, Come and Get Your Suede Honey Baby. Longest name of a perfume ever. Then Fairy Tale in Hyde Park. Then you've got Yuzu Soda, Caffeine Honey, haven't tried that one. Lights Upon Orange Tree, I have tried, and my partner wants to steal this one from me, and I'm not going to allow that to happen. This one's a really nice citrusy orange blossom. Very, very pretty. Then there's Punk number 2077. I don't even know. This one I did try. This one's earthy. This one's an earthy leather. There's blackcurrant. There's quite a lot of patchouli. There's tobacco. There's a metallic note in this one. Plunge. Plunge I am obsessed with. It could be my second favorite Strangers. This is a really big chypre. A plummy, dark, rosy chypre that is, I'm living for it. I love it so much. And the last one is Fleur de Lune. Another one I have tried. This one's a ylang ylang. I haven't smelled a perfume from Prin that has quite so much ylang in it before. So I feel like his Strangers perfumes, in my eyes, have gotten better. I liked so many of the older ones, but there's more in this bunch that I'm liking. The ones I've tried, I'm immediately liking them more than the last bunch that came out. So I'm really excited, and I want to do maybe a video just about some of the things that I've smelled. Anyway, the next bunch of stuff he sent, a whole bunch of other 10 mils. These are all the 10 mils from his line called Prin. It's his second line of fragrances. There's Homer, there is Arsalan, there's Ganja Kasturi, Nocturnal Poetry, Varoek, Sarin Khan, and Eshu. These ones take time. These ones are ones that you have to sit with and try possibly one at a time, because this line is where he really ramps up his materials. He uses very expensive materials in his Prin line. Oh gosh, there's things, lots of different types of oud, synthetic animalics quite a bit. Lots of expensive flowers like champaca. There's tobacco in quite a lot of them. They're a darker line and I really, really like them. I did try Varroek the other day. Super animalic fragrance, furry, oud type smell. So yeah, he sent me 10 mils of all of that line, pretty much. Then he sent me 10 mils of his Prasanna line, and his Prasanna line I think are my favorite line from him. I own 2 of them and they are absolutely gorgeous. So this one is Savitri, Nefer, Valley de Roses, Hera and Chetira. I'm probably pronouncing all of them wrong. But yeah, 10 mils of all of those. Absolutely can't wait to try some of them. Some I have, some I haven't. So Prin Lomros, I am just blown away and so grateful that I get to just dive into the world of Prin and all of the new things I haven't tried. So there will be videos coming up probably about them. Again, I will link his site below. Go and check his perfumes out. They're really, really interesting, believe me. And the last 3 things are things that I bought myself. 2 of them came pretty much at the same time, and then the last one I bought separately. So they're all from the same brand as well. I remember a while back really liking this perfume. I smelled it briefly and I wanted to get myself it to see if I remembered if I liked it, and it was really cheap, so it's not like I broke the bank or anything. But it's this gorgeous bottle. Oh, I love this. You can hardly see the writing. It is Pétale Noir and it's by Agent Provocateur. I know that they've reformulated their fragrances, so it was really cheap and I just thought, oh, I want to get it to see if I remember, if it's as good as I remember. It's slightly disappointing, but I am going to keep it, is what I'm going to say. If I didn't like it, I was going to give it to my mum anyway, but I do like it. It's not as good as I remember. It's a bit smoother, but I will say Agent Provocateur make really good fragrances at a designer level and for the price that they are. There are some hits and misses, but L'Agent by them is my absolute favorite and remains my favorite. However, at the same time, I also bought this one, which is just their signature fragrance. It's just called Agent Provocateur, and proceeded to fall down a rabbit hole of love. Yeah, it happened. So that's that one. It's just called Agent Provocateur. I think it's the first one they ever released, and something happened. I am kicking myself for not discovering this sooner before they reformulated it, because from what I know, it's reformulated like everything else. I mean, it's just a given nowadays, right? But this I have worn to bed every single night since I got it, and I got it a week ago, I think. Oh, this is so good. I wish I had tried the original formula when it was probably much more bold. So it's essentially a rose perfume, but the opening is kind of scary in a really good way. There are white florals in here too. This has magnolia in it, and the opening has this weird sour tang. The only thing I can liken it to is Narciso Rodriguez, the white cube bottle, where it's got this sour but almost milky tang right in the middle, but then it goes dusky and it turns a lot more sultry and rosy and powdery. The best comparison is Narciso Rodriguez for her as well. The white floral bit, yes, about the white cube one, but overall, if you like Narciso Rodriguez for her but want it with a little bit more of an edge and a little bit darker, this one is the one to go for. And this was also £20 for 100 mils. And because I fell so deeply in love with it so quickly, I got the Mama Bear one. The Mama Bear one came through my door much soon after. So I got the big giant one as well. Yeah. They do a 200 ml bottle of this perfume, which is so dangerous. I don't know why, but they do. And it wasn't much more expensive than the little one, so I got the giant one as well. They look pretty much the same size, but they're really not. This is much bigger. So now I can just, I guess, wear it every night to bed if I want to. So yeah, that's the big giant one. It's like a big giant egg grenade of perfume. Let me just say, buying a 200ml perfume is quite the commitment, right? And when it came through the door, I thought, oh, that was a really bad impulse buy. But I'm gonna use it. I just wanted more of it immediately because I've used probably that much already from this one in a week because I've been wearing it every night, and I've been respraying it because the dry down is quite different to the opening. But yeah, it's not like it's a weak perfume. It stays on. I can smell it on myself when I wake up, and yeah, I just can't imagine what the original one was like. Wow, and I don't know how to tell which formula is which because I don't think their packaging has changed much. Unless anyone knows and can tell me in the comments. Thanks. Anyway, that is the stuff that I have recently received. It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. But being a perfume person, you know, I don't really buy clothes. I buy fragrance. So that's my thing. Yeah, that's it really. That's it, guys. I hope you're having a really good day, and I'll see you guys soon for another video. I'm Ouch110, trying to make the world smell better, one video at a time, and I really want to just wear this right now. I'm already wearing something. Oh, the life of a perfume person. Anyway, guys, have a good day. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.